I'm Nicholas, and first I'm gonna ask you guys, how many of you have ever tried riding a skateboard? All right, so so a lot of you. All right, well, there are about 12 million people in the world that identify themselves as skateboarders, and 11 million of those alone live in the United States. Skateboarding was started by a group of surfers that, due to like inclement weather conditions, could not find a way to surf, so they had to search for like an alternative, and that alternative was attaching roller skate wheels to a plank of wood and calling it street surfing. This is my object, my skateboard. The skateboard can be used in many different ways. Some people like to hang them up on the wall as like a form of decoration. Other people like to use it to get from one place to another. But me personally, I like to use it as a way to express myself and free my mind of any stress or negativity. I think having something positive like this, whether or not it is skateboarding, is important. Skateboarding is often looked to in a bad way, as you can kind of tell by seeing like a bunch of no skateboarding signs posted up everywhere you go. But I think people just have the wrong idea about skateboarding and the skate culture. In one way, skateboarding is an art form, and this art form is limitless. I've been skating for about 7 years, so I'm pretty knowledgeable about the culture. If you can understand more about the skateboard and how important it is to skateboarders, you can understand how it influences like skateboarders around the world. First, I'm going to talk about how skateboard is made and how it represents the skate culture around the world. And then I'm going to talk about how skateboarding has influenced my life and how I identify with the skate culture. All right, so first, skateboarders date back to about the 1950s. No one really knows like a single person who invented the skateboard, but just like I said, a group of surfers finding an alternative. Skateboard is made through a very long, time-consuming process. Like 7 plies of maple wood veneer are glued and like pressed together using molds, and each mold is like specific to its own kind of shape. And then like they're cut out and shaped and sanded, and then like they're heat pressed with paint to create like graphic, as you can see like the graphic right here. A skateboard represents more than just a piece of wood with wheels attached to it. It is a form of expression to many people around the world, and the way one chooses to do it is up to them. Skateboarding is interesting in that sense because there's no right or wrong way to do it. There are different styles of skateboarding, such as street, transition, and vert, and there are even different ways of dressing. There are no coaches or no one telling you what to do. It's all up to the person with the skateboard. This is why skateboarding is so unique and so fun to the people that do it. I've been riding a skateboard since about the 5th grade, and then started like progressing in around the 6th grade. It's always been something that I enjoy doing because it makes me feel like I have nothing to like worry about at that time. In a way, skateboarding has changed my life, and it's changed the way I view the world, like as funny as that sounds. Like for example, people walk up and down stairs every day, right? And like they don't think anything of it, but a skateboarder can see those set of stairs as like an obstacle or like a challenge to like overcome. I do believe skateboarding is an art form as opposed to a sport because everyone has their own preferred style of doing it. There are even different styles of boards specific to different styles of skateboarding. I recently actually had the chance to build my own skateboard, and I was able to cut and shape it how I wanted to, and I even got the chance to paint like a graphic on it. There's a common misconception of skateboarding that I personally take offense to. Like people think of skateboarders as thugs that just like to cause trouble, but that's not how I see skateboarders at all, because those types of people are everywhere in the world. But instead, skateboarders are just finding new ways to do what they love doing, and that is finding new things to skate and new ways to express themselves. The love that people have for skateboarding is pretty amazing, seeing how someone even as old as 50 years old still enjoys going to the skate park and like riding around. I see myself skateboarding until I no longer physically can, and without skateboarding I would have no motivation, and I don't even know if I'd be here right now. In conclusion, I hope you understand the importance of the skateboard and how it impacts the skate culture. First, I talked about how skateboard was made and its importance to skaters around the world, and then I talked about my place in the skate culture and how it has affected my life. You may not identify personally with the skate culture, but I feel like skateboarders identify with each other. Like we all share a common love, and that common love brings us all together. everyone has something that they love doing, and that love can be looked to in the same way that skateboarders look at skateboarding. But me, I'm proud to call myself a skateboarder. Thank you.